Gift Biz Unwrapped, episode 32.
You've got to lead with giving value and building relationships before selling anything.
Hi, this is John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire, and you're listening to Gift Biz Unwrapped, and now it's time to light it up.
Welcome to Gift Biz Unwrapped, your source for industry-specific insights and advice to develop and grow your business. And now, here's your host, Sue Monheit.
Hi there, I'm Sue, and welcome to the Gift Biz Unwrapped podcast. Whether you own a brick and mortar shop, sell online, or are just getting started, you'll discover new insight to gain traction and to grow your business. And today, I am absolutely thrilled to have Sue B Zimmerman with us. Sue B is best known as the hashtag Instagram expert. She's also founder of Insta Results, the world's first comprehensive online Instagram course, and Ready, Set, Gram, a beginner Instagram course. She's the author of a #1 ebook, Instagram Basics for Your Business, and a popular CreativeLive instructor. She also speaks on prominent stages such as Social Media Marketing World 15 and is a highly sought-after business coach. Sue's passionate about teaching entrepreneurs, business executives, and marketing professionals how to easily leverage the power of Instagram to get tangible business results. Sue B has started over 18 businesses, including her own boutique, SueB Do, Boxer Rebellion, and Sue B Zimmerman Enterprise. With her extensive knowledge in social media and more than 25 years of business experience, it's Sue B's mission to teach, mentor, and empower others to be highly successful entrepreneurs as well. Wow, that's a mouthful, Sue B. Welcome to the show.
Wow, that's an impressive person that you just read about.
And guess what? It's you.
Yay! So fun to be here. Thanks for having me, Sue.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you on. Is there anything else that I didn't cover in that intro?
Oh, I've had 18 businesses, but we don't need to go into all of them.
Well, but it certainly lays the groundwork for the experience that you have. And a lot of the businesses relate very well to our audience.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am an artist and a crafter at heart. I'm very creative and I totally can relate to your audience. So I'm excited to be here.
Super. Well, as our listeners know, we like to align the conversation around the life of a motivational candle. The light shines on you while you share your stories and your experiences in all your Instagram expertise. So are you ready to light it up?
Oh, yes, I am. I am.
All right. So you're coaching a client who owns a candle shop. And you're going to go see her and do some strategic planning with her. And you enter into the shop and all these candles are all over. What color candle would you gravitate to?
My favorite color in the Crayola crayon box is magenta. I love the color magenta, and it's like the color of a beautiful orchid, and it looks like a fake color to me. It's just my favorite color.
Okay. And what motivational quote is on that magenta candle?
Fearlessly be yourself.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, and B is spelled B-E-E, as you know, because of my B.
Oh, is this a quote from you?
I don't know if I made it up because it's just, it's three of my favorite words together. But when I write it B-E-E because of my SueB branding. So I do say it that way.
And how do you apply it in your life to be fearless and be yourself?
I really don't care what other people think of me. I do what feels right. And I do things from the heart and with passion. And I don't let other people judgment of me get in the way of anything that I want to do.
And then there's that level of sincerity then, because you're just being honestly who you are.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm confident with who I am, and I know that I have a profound and positive impact on so many people. And for those that just might not be attracted to my persona, that's okay as well. I just think you got to put your greatness out there in a big way and understand that not everybody is going to be attracted to you or like you, but you got to be you because there's only one you.
That's right. Exactly. And you can so easily tell when someone's trying to fake who they are or be someone else.
Absolutely.
You can see it right away and you can sense it right away. And that's probably why people are so attracted to you. It's no question that people adore you. And I think it's because you're so authentic, you're so real, and you are who you are, period.
Yes, absolutely. There's no hiding the real Sue B.
There you go. All right. We are going to dive into this really wonderful world of Instagram. And I'm really thrilled to have you on the show today because Instagram is such a visible platform. And for our audience, gift stores, gift shops, the gift experience in terms of receiving gifts and all that, it's all so visual. I think all of us, if we are not taking advantage of this platform, we are really missing out on something great. So Sue's here to give us all of the insights and get us started. So if you would, Sue, talk about the platform just from the beginning in terms of why you think it's a viable platform for our audience.
Well, because I think everybody has a visual story to tell, a personal story, a business story, a brand story, and Instagram allows you to really put yourself out there in a very visually appealing way. I often say it's like creating your own digital scrapbook that's curated and there for the world to see. So I just love that you can upload photos very easily or 15-second videos if you want to be doing a tutorial. It's the visual eye candy that people are really attracted to. And it's like really having your own magazine at people's fingertips because I don't know about you, Sue, but I am not looking at magazines or newspapers anymore. I'm on my mobile device and getting all my news and all my inspiration from apps and obviously Instagram.
Exactly. Okay, so our listeners might have an Instagram account right now. You know, they know about it. They've played around in the platform a little bit. Maybe they have one that's under their own name, but they also have a business. What would your advice be? How do they handle that situation? Do they create another account, use the same one? What do you do?
So there's a personal account and there's a business account. And to set up a business account, there's no special button like Facebook where you need to have a personal account in order to have a business account. Anyone can have multiple accounts on Instagram. In fact, I have 6. So all you need is a different email to start a different account. If you want to put yourself out there for business, you have to have a laser focused business account that serves your market. If you're going to start putting a lot of personal stuff on Instagram, you're not going to attract your ideal customer or client. They're going to be confused because quite frankly, you have 3 to 6 seconds to really make an impression. And if there's any sense of confusion when they land on your Instagram account, they're not going to follow you. They're just going to be like, okay, she's just here for personal reasons.
Do you mix personal and business at all?
Yes, I think humanizing your brand, it's important, but not at the beginning. If people don't know your business and what you do and to serve who you serve, you've got to really put that first. And then over time, once you've built an audience and some fans and some followers, you can start putting more personal stuff. But I don't, Sue, I only put my personal stuff on my @Sue B Zimmerman account on Instagram, which I invite all the listeners to go check out and follow me. And then one of my business accounts, the one that you all should be aware of, the Instagram Expert, is where I share daily tips, tools, strategies, and Instagram updates. You don't see any personal content. You might see pictures of me. And if you do, it's me teaching you an Instagram tip. It's not me saying, here I am on vacation or here I am with my kids. It's all in the spirit of serving my followers who came to follow me to learn about Instagram. So it's really important to stay very focused in your business.
Okay, but just like what you said here, you have referenced both of your accounts too. So if someone wanted to just come to one and see only the Instagram, the business side, they could do that, but they could follow you on both and have a little peek into your personal life as well.
Absolutely.
All right, now I know you are all about the bio.
That's part of all about what I am. Yes, the bio matters.
Okay, when you start an Instagram account, it's very important to have a really well filled out bio.
Yes, your bio has to be complete, and there's 5 different steps that I can go over if you want me to.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, so the first one is making sure that your name matches up to your business. It doesn't have any numbers in it. If you have a strong Twitter presence, it can be your Twitter handle. It should be your name or your business name. You want to make sure that you have a strong avatar, not your logo, despite what people may think. You want it to be a smiling face, the person behind the brand, unless you're a big brand. People like to do business with people they know, like, and trust, and they really want to look at a smiling avatar, especially when you're commenting on Instagram, because your avatar is what people see when you're commenting. Your logo can be used as a watermark, not as the avatar, which is the picture in your bio. You want to make sure you have clear, descriptive words in your bio that explain who you are, what you do, and who you want to serve. You also want to make sure you have a clear CTA, call to action. And then lastly, you want to make sure you have a URL. Bit.ly is what I suggest, bit.ly. Sue, you can link up in the show notes. I have a YouTube video, how to create a custom Bitly link, which is really important on Instagram so that you can track your success, how you're driving traffic back to your opt-in, your Etsy store, your business, whatever it is you want to track your success from Instagram.
I'm going to definitely link up the YouTube video about how to make a Bitly. And Bitly, it's also a shortener.
A link shortener, exactly. It's like a pretty link and it's a way to shorten the link. Exactly.
Yeah, it's just with all the tracking, that's why that's really important. Okay, super. And let's talk a little bit then also about content. And let's focus specifically on business accounts. What types of things should people be posting that would resonate with some of their fans?
I always say you can post your company history, behind the scenes. People love behind the scenes, how things are made, celebrate your employees, because if you're in business, you got to have happy employees. Celebrate your employees and in customers. The exercise that I give my coaching clients is really to think about the 5 words that you want people to experience when they land on your account. What is the feeling that you want people to have when they're actually scrolling through your Instagram feed? And that feeling should be represented not just in one photo, but the feeling of the whole feed as a campaign, as your business campaign. So no matter how far back I go, if I land on a photo, it's that same vibe. And so I always say, choose 5 words, 5 emotional words that you want people to feel when they're actually looking at your visual content. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And so then the feelings of the photos could be some product, maybe other people interacting with the product, and then also you as the business owner.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make it interesting. You have to make sure that the photos are fabulous quality photos. People really aren't interested in you, especially if they don't know you yet. I mean, they're more interested in your business and the products that you're creating and how you're creating them. Really posting selfies on a business page does not work. As I said earlier, it has to be in the spirit of your core brand messages, like not only the upload of the photo or the video, but in the description below, you can have it all be cohesive. And that's another element of Instagram that I love, that it's really a micro blog. It's the ability to create little micro bits of content every day, stay top of mind by posting regularly and putting yourself in front of your potential customers. But you should think about Instagram not always being in front of the person that's going to be paying you money, but it's just giving value, staying top of mind. And when you stay top of mind, that person that sees it might not necessarily be ready to buy a printed ribbon machine or some version of that, but they may mention you to a friend that's interested in that. So you never know who's going to be talking about you and your products that you're posting at a cocktail party, at an event, in line at Starbucks. So just by staying top of mind, giving value every day is really a big part of the essence of Instagram.
Okay, and you feel very strongly about posting a photo every single day.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do. I'm the Instagram expert. Hello. So I do on the Instagram expert and on Sue B Zimmerman 1 to 3 times a day. Other 4 accounts, it's not always daily, but it's frequently to stay top of mind. You need to figure out what's going to work for your schedule, what you have time for, what you enjoy. I mean, once you really start getting into Instagram, you say, I love Instagram. It's so fun. And you don't hear people say that about their social media. They feel like they have to go do social media. So I always say Instagram is just fun. And that's part of the reason people just love being on the platform.
All right. So we've talked a little bit about how the bio is so important and what should be included in the bio. We've talked a little bit about the photos, the types of photos that should go up on your business page specifically. Someone puts all of this together, and I've followed you enough to know that you should put maybe 9 or 12 photos up to start. So someone's not coming and seeing just 1 or 2 things. But then how do you start getting your account exposed to other people?
Well, you have to have a strong hashtag strategy. You have to know what your keywords are and the words that people would be using to actually find you, and they are not the popular hashtags. We do have a hashtag handbook on our website called Get Your Hashtag On if you want to check that out. You should also link up our playlist, our YouTube playlist, where people can listen to me talk about a lot of free business Instagram content. And Sue, also Instagram Results, which is a free Facebook group everyone can join and get value there as well. So back to the hashtag. So you need to Always use hashtags when you post. Know what your keywords are. You can use up to 30. You can keep them in your notes on your phone or in Evernote, but just have them handy because your photos, the minute that you upload your photo is when your hashtags go live. I recommend using 5 to 11. 11 seems to be the magic number, but if you're starting out, clearly use more. Make sure you're not using the popular ones because those are the ones where you attract all the spammers, like follow for follow, shout out for shout out, just basic nouns. Do not do it for business owners. You really need to know what those keywords are. And if you don't know what they are, go look and see what your competitors are doing or people that you admire are doing and look at their hashtag strategy. You've got to do a little market research with the hashtags, and it's really important to understand how to use them.
We're throwing a lot of concepts at everybody right now. And I know because you are the Instagram expert, there's a lot of resources that are available so people can go find more. We're just trying to do a little bit of an overview here for everybody.
Exactly.
Any other final points, or what I'd love to hear is you pull out one client of yours success story about what Instagram has done for their business.
Yeah. So Juice Keys, which is at Juice Keys on Instagram, Kelly and her brother, Chris, have a local business selling healthy food. And they came to us to coach them, and we put together a hashtag strategy. We did a session, and they at the time had under 1,000 followers on Instagram, and they got very, very good. And we niched their hashtags, and they started attracting their ideal follower. They always post amazing photos, and that is absolutely the most important thing, is to have awesome photos. And they always give great value. Their sales increased in 2 months, $1,000. Their followers on Instagram in less than a year amassed to 29,000 active, highly engaged followers. And they are having great success. People literally walk in the door and show them their phone and say, I want to buy this. So this is the kind of success that you actually can have.
29,000. A lot of people are just so excited about numbers to an account, but 29,000 active customers who really love the brand. They're not grabbing viewers just for the numbers. They're real solid viewers. So, Sue, you've talked a little bit, and I just want to round out this conversation now. You've mentioned a couple of times about the quality of the photos and how important that is. And I know you say that the photos are your North Star, right?
Yeah, you know it well. You've heard me say that. Yes.
I sure have. Can you give our listeners just a little bit of direction on what makes a photo a North Star?
Yeah, I mean, it's a photo that you stop in your scrolling tracks because you say it's so awesome. It's a photo that has amazing lighting and some sense of intrigue or story behind it that you want to, dive deeper by reading what those words are. It's a photo that gets you at your emotional core, that makes you laugh or smile or inspires you or educates you or entertains you in some profound way. And that's a North Star photo.
There you go. And all you have to do is look at some of Sue's photos and you'll see it. The angles, the light, the interest, the setup, all of that.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on now, Sue, into our reflection section. This is a look at you and what has helped you to be successful along the way. And I know that you were successful pretty much right out of school in your early 20s. But what trait is it that you have that you think has just jump-started your success back then and all the way up to today?
I think the number one trait is my confidence. I really have a lot of confidence. I always have. I also think being friendly and, quite frankly, just smiling all the time. People are attracted to smiles, and I am happy and I do smile. And it's just an invite for people to just approach you and talk to you and get to know you and like you and trust you. And another trait is that I collaborate with the right people. When I say right people, it's the people who lift me higher and really make me happy. And I don't compromise on any of that.
I really like what you're saying here, because the initial portion that you're talking about with confidence and being friendly and smiling is authentically who you are, going back to what we were talking about at the top of the interview.
Yes.
And, Gift Biz listeners, I know some people do struggle with confidence, and the best thing that you can do is always just be yourself. And by being yourself, you actually are stronger because you're not trying to mimic anybody else. You're your genuine brand. I mean, your personality is part of your brand and your business brand as well. And here Sue B's talking exactly about how these are things that have made her successful from the start.
Yes.
So moving on, what tool do you use regularly to keep productive or to create balance in your life?
Well, I mean, let's address the create balance, because I think that's really important. First of all, I have a team that keeps me on track with everything I'm doing. So I know I'm very fortunate and lucky that I have a staff. My tool is my calendar, and my team puts everything I need to do in my calendar so I know where I'm going, what I'm doing, who I'm talking to, what interview, and they set me up for success every day. So I would say my calendar for sure is my tool, but I have a ton of efficient tools that I use as terms of apps. When I'm traveling, it's Uber. When I'm getting a blow dry, it's the Dry Bar app. Starbucks, it's a Starbucks app. I'm definitely connected to my phone in terms of it being the most efficient tool I own, and everything I can do is literally on my phone, whether it's Google Drive, whether it's Dropbox. I don't touch paper. I don't touch pens unless I have to. I'm extremely efficient, extremely productive, and very guarded with my time. With that said, the things I do to create balance in my life, I go into the woods every day. My favorite hashtag woods before work with my dog. I exercise every day in some way, not always breaking a sweat, but I move my body because we all sit too much, guys. I try to eat as healthy as I can, and I'm always trying to improve in that area like we all are. And by improving, I try to have at least one green juice a day. I love to travel, and I travel frequently, so I get to see the whole world. I think it's so important to get out there and see life beyond your little bubble as you know it. And lastly, I'm very happily married and have been for 25 years. So I think having a partner who supports everything I do and always has is extremely meaningful and creates a lot of balance in my life. He puts up with all my quirks. He knows that I'm constantly on the go and that I just love what I do. And he accepts like all the craziness that goes on in running my growing business. Let's just leave it at that. My growing 18th business. He's been with me since the very first one.
That says something, that is for sure. My husband and I just celebrated our 30th anniversary yesterday, and same thing. We've been with each other for both of our craziness, and having a partner really does help for sure, who's supportive and behind you the whole way.
Yes.
And I've got to say, you just heard Sue B talk about all the things she does for business, all the things she does for personal, and she whipped it off really fast. And I know she's on the road all the time doing something, always up to something. Either it's scoping or Instagram posts or training or whatever it is. And clearly she's got it all together because she fits it all in her day somehow. I'm not sure how, but she does it.
Well, you heard me how. And by the way, it's funny that you say that because I am doing a Blab interview tonight. And before the Blab interview, I'm getting on Periscope to broadcast that I'm doing the Blab interview. Let's just digress for 1 second. I think it's important for all the listeners to understand that no matter what your efforts are in terms of marketing your business, you need to think beyond what you're actually posting and doing and how you can leverage it on fire. Like how you can literally connect the social presence that you have and broadcast in a bigger way. So let me just give you an example. Yes, I post on Instagram every day, but I also love Snapchat. And I don't want to confuse your listeners, but I use Snapchat to let people know what I'm doing like as a subcategory throughout my day. But I use it to broadcast things that I'm doing. For example, I'm traveling and speaking in Dallas tomorrow. So I'll post that on Instagram, but I'll also let my Snapchat followers know that because you never know. Somebody might live in Dallas and want to meet me, and that's a more intimate connection. Separately, if I'm going to be doing an interview, I'm going to queue up some tweets to get people to watch that interview. I'm going to post it in my Facebook group. I'm going to announce it on Blab because if you're just spending time posting and doing for the sake of doing it because everyone's telling you you've got to be on social media because that's the way the world is, you're kind of missing the boat if you don't take the extra effort to think how you can go above and beyond to really get what you want. And at the end of the day, what you want is more business, more customers, more money. So to do that, you've got to reach and connect with your audience in a very authentic way, like we said at the top of the hour, a very authentic way. And it goes beyond just posting behind your computer. You need to be visible. You need to be seen. The more people can see your face, hear your voice, hear your passion, see your smile, the more connected they are to you and the more they will absolutely do business with you. And if you're going to take anything away from this interview, those are the sound bites I want you to hear.
That was spectacular. What books, Sue, have you read lately that you think our listeners could find value in?
I'm reading a couple books. Yeah, I'm the person that's reading like 3 books at one time. So right now I'm reading Steal the Show by Michael Port. He wrote one of my favorite books, Book Yourself Solid, which every single person in business should read. Steal the Show is a wonderful book if you want to become a better public speaker and understand that speaking actually incorporates into all facets of your business, not just on the stage, but when you're speaking on an interview like this or on a Periscope or anywhere, just improving your speaking skills with confidence. So I'm reading that. I'm also reading Tori Johnson's book, Shift for Good. Tori Johnson was my first mentor, great friend. She is the host of Deals and Steals on Good Morning America every Thursday. And this is her second book, and it's really a great read. I'm really enjoying her book. And I'm also reading Shareology by Brian Kramer, which is all about human to human connections and how there's a huge movement and shift from businesses to really stop and think about the relationships before you think about anything else. I'm going to quickly tell you a story about something that happened to me today. I think you guys will appreciate this because this is just crazy. I get in my Facebook inbox, this random guy I've never met sends me a text telling me he wants me to be on his group call tonight, teaching Instagram to all of his people. He does masterminds, and I'm the leading Instagram expert, and he wants me to come on and be a part of his business. I have no idea who he is. He says, call me. I'm like, I was curious. I gave him my number. I said, you can call me. So he called me and he gave me a song and dance, how he wanted me to do this webinar-like Instagram tutorial to his audience, which is models, people that are in the model industry. And at the end, he wanted me to sell a program and he would get 30% of the commission and I would get 70%. I said, first of all, I have no idea who you are. Second of all, that is not how I do business. I don't get on a call and sell something and pitch something. He's in the internet marketing space, which is a completely different mindset than how I do business. And I kind of laid it into him to say, listen, for me, it's about getting to know, like, and trust you. And you are already trying to make money with me. And that's not who I am. I'm like, do you even know who you're talking to? Did you do any background research? Did you listen to any of my podcasts? Do you know who I am? And he's like, well, I know that you're like the Instagram expert. I'm like, yeah, but this is not how I do business. So I gave him an earful. He listened because I wasn't being rude. I was just saying, I just want you to understand how I do business, which is clearly different than how you do business. And it was so offensive to listen to this guy talk about how much money we would both make tonight if we did this. I'm like, I'm doing a blab interview tonight. I would never drop things I'm doing to do something for you. And I don't have time to do an interview for you until December. And if you want to hire me to do the webinar, I'm available and here are my rates. Like, it was the most bizarre thing, Sue. And it goes back to this point that I'm making is that you've got to lead with giving value and building relationships before selling anything. If you're salesy, it's such a turnoff. At least to me it is. And I'm assuming you have the same feelings.
Absolutely. That's crazy. And that story really does bring to light what you're talking about.
I thought that I would tie it in because this happened today, as you know, today in my inbox. It was so bizarre.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's going to know for the future.
Oh, yeah, he knows. And he's like, okay, you're clearly a rock star. I get it. And I said, I don't want you to hang up and think that I'm pretentious or above you. I just want you to respect how I do business and learn from this.
Right. Well, and you've taught him something too, for sure.
Yeah, that was my messaging. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story because I think it's really important.
Yeah. No, I'm really glad you did. And these 3 books, we're going to go back to these books, are spectacular. And I don't know any of them, so I'm very anxious to check them out myself.
Great.
Gift Biz listeners, just as you're listening today, you can also listen to audiobooks with ease. As you know, I've teamed up with Audible, and you can get an audiobook like any of the 3 that Sue has mentioned for free. All you need to do is go to giftbizbook.com and pick out your free book. That's giftbizbook.com. All right, Sue, we're going to wind down the interview. I know your time is tight today, but I would like to present you with a virtual gift. It's a magical box containing unlimited possibilities for your future. This is your dream or your goal of almost unreachable heights that you would wish to obtain. Please accept this gift and open it in our presence. What is inside your box?
Ooh, that's so creative. It goes right with your branding.
Exactly.
I would like to see inside my box. I'm going to just go a little bit deeper, like it's not an object. I would like to see successful businesses all over the world who have gained success from my relentless teachings of Instagram marketing, and so that you all can have more success in your business. That's what I want you to see inside my box.
Well, that is typical you, giving back, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I love that, and that would benefit all of us, so I'm sure we will all join you in wishing you that you have that dream. Let's talk a little bit about, I know there's a ton of places you're out there, Sue, but can you give me just one or two places that you could direct our listeners to go to if they want to learn more about you and about the Instagram expert?
Yeah, as I mentioned in the interview, definitely head over to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and check out my Instagram playlist. Come over to my Facebook business page, Sue B Zimmerman Enterprise. Like that page. I like to get likes over there. That's really where we're trying to grow our presence, is on our Facebook business page. Come on over and join my Facebook group that I mentioned earlier, Instagram Results. And finally, on my website, I do have a gift for each and every one of you. You can grab my free Instagram strategy guide, and all you need to do is give us your email and we'll give you our strategy guide, which, by the way, people say they would have paid money to receive. So make sure you grab that. And then, Sue, I have a challenge for your listeners. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
So I challenge you all to upload something on Instagram, and I want you to tag it, hashtag SueB made me do it. That would be the hashtag that you use, and mention me at Sue B Zimmerman or at the Instagram expert, and I will be sure to get my eyes on your post. And it can be anything that you want me to see that you did, and just showcasing some aspect of your business.
I love that hashtag. I did that shortly after we met each other, and it was so fun going over there and seeing all the photos of everybody and what they did and what they elected to post and all that. It's really, really fun.
Exactly. It gets you guys to be action takers, and you've got to be an action taker.
Absolutely. So great challenge. I love that. And I want to see everybody doing that. So remember, everybody, we'll have the show notes page. I'll have all of this information in terms of contacts and the points that Sue B's mentioned today, all sitting there for you. So if you're listening to this while you're working out, walking the dog, in the shop, wherever, and aren't able to capture all the information or write anything down, it'll all be there waiting for you. Sue, thank you so much. I know this was really a little bit of a struggle to fit into your schedule today, but I really appreciate your taking the time, and you have just shared so many things. We've covered so much content here, albeit on the surface, but now all our listeners know how to go and get more detailed information from you as well. So thank you very much. I really, really appreciate everything.
You're welcome.
And may your candle always burn bright.
Learn how to work smarter while developing and growing your business. Download our guide called 25 Free Tools to Enhance Your Business and Life. It's our gift to you and available at giftbizunwrapped.com/tools. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us for the next episode.
Today's show is sponsored by the Ribbon Print Company. Looking for a new income source for your gift business? Customization is more popular now than ever. Brand your products with your logo, or print a Happy Birthday Jessica ribbon to add to a gift right at checkout. It's all done right in your shop or craft studio in seconds. Check out theribbonprintcompany.com for more information.
After you listen to the show, if you like what you're hearing, make sure to jump over and subscribe to the show on iTunes. That way you'll automatically get the newest episodes when they go live. And thank you to those who have already left a rating and review. By subscribing, rating, and reviewing, you help to increase the visibility of Gift Biz Unwrapped. It's a great way to pay it forward, to help others with their entrepreneurial